Madam President Rajavi, dignitaries, audience members, this is going on almost my 4th year of working with the National Council of Resistance of Iran, together with teams. The first was to work with a team of ambassadors from all over the world, many in the United States, and one of our goals that we were very successful in was to have the National Council of the Resistance of Iran delisted from the American terrorist list. It's a very big goal for us, and I know, President Rajavi, we spent much time working on that project, and it makes me feel very proud. Something else that we've worked on is I continue to work together with her team to try to better the circumstances at Camp Liberty. As an American woman, I'm fortunate to live in a Western democracy. I can't imagine what it's like to live in a country like Iran where gender and gender equality are the actual law. One of the things that I'm able to do for my job, I'm not leading a country. Unfortunately, I might one day, or my son might. So I'm working very, very hard to do that, to make sure that we have more women in charge of making decisions for us. We are 52% of the population, and in America, less than 17% of the people who represent us are women. This brings me to the Iranian women who are in Camp Liberty. I'm absolutely astounded by their courage, by their fearless defense of their sisters in Iran. And each one of these women who live in Camp Liberty is a lioness. Regardless of how difficult their circumstances in Iraq, they grow stronger by the day, and they refuse to be broken. As well as joining the resistance from Iran, there are many people from North America, Europe, and Australia who have done so as well. In a world where we are constantly encouraged to think only of ourselves, imagine the heart of a woman who thinks only of others, who sacrifices her own wants, her own needs, her own ambitions and desires to help free Iran and her people from 3-decade-old shackles. That sounds to me a lot like Madame Rajavi. My message to the brave women in Camp Liberty is to say how fortunate the women of Iran are to have you fighting for their rights. Together with the women of Iran, you are a powerful force that no regime can silence nor break. We salute you, and we stand with you in your struggle for a democratic and free Iran. I'd like to close with an analogy. I'm sure you're wondering why I'm holding a rock. Nearly 53 years ago, a wall was built to separate a free and unified Germany into East and West Berlin, and this is the eastern portion of the wall, meant to oppress its people. It was never to be broken. Nearly 30 years ago, after its construction, people who never gave up, people who fought to change their regime, people of many unique walks of life, people with different creeds, wills for freedom, like these parts that I hold in my hand of the Western Wall. They're colorful, they're full of life, they're all very different, they're all unique. That is what made the destruction of that barrier possible. all of these different unique pieces and people came together to tear down that wall. My dear friend, in one of his peacekeeping missions over his 25 years in the United States Army, took part in the dismantling of the Berlin Wall. These colorful individual pieces represent all women around the world who wish to see their sisters free. These pieces, as well as the Berlin Brigade Defender of Freedom Medallion, which is in this package, are now yours, Madame Rajavi. They are from me and my countrywomen, and they are a symbol to an International Women's Day in the not-too-distant future, where we can walk hand in hand to celebrate your independence in Tehran's Freedom Square. Thank you.